Good morning, garden friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Era, and this is Gardening on Purpose. I garden in Zone 8A in Georgia, where I do gardening-related videos. And for today's video, I will be doing a February garden tour. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're a subscriber, welcome back. Thank you guys so much for all your comments, for all your likes, and for all your advice and inspiration to continue doing these videos. So, I'm in my backyard. I'm not going to make it too long, but I'm trying to show you what the yard looks like here in the first week in February 2024. So starting off, I want to show you, and I'm trying to make the video not that long. Okay, so the first thing I want to show you is my work in progress white garden or moon garden. You might have heard me mention it during my seed haul video where I said I had a space for some white stuff that I want to buy, and this is that area. It's pretty big. It's pretty long, actually. It's pretty long, and I hope to put like a Itea, a sweet spire in here, or some clethra. And of course, I'm gonna put some carpet of snow annuals in here. More stuff to go in here, but it's all mulched up and ready to go when I'm ready to go, you know? Okay, so that's the moon garden. Nothing in here right now. I actually had some plants to winter over in here, but then I moved them because it just was staying a little bit too wet. And I had some hydrangeas in here, so I moved those hydrangeas just as a temporary stuff. And this will definitely be an area for things that actually love the wet, moist soil, especially in the winter where we get, our clay actually stays wetter than usual, which is never good. In this garden bed, we have a summerific hibiscus, and in the rest of the bed is a bunch of daylilies, mostly Stella de Oro, but I plan to improve that a little bit more because, as you can see, it's a decent sized bed, and only the hibiscus is showing, but of course the daylilies will pop up when they're ready. You might have heard me mention one of my most recent videos where I went to Walmart and I bought a bunch of bare root roses. And in that video, I mentioned that I had bought prior expert gardening Walmart roses, and they did well. And here they are. There are 5 of them. 4 I know the name, and I remember the name, and one of them I don't. There's Mr. Lincoln, Moonlight in Paris, Heirloom, and Gold Glow. This one here, I don't know, I don't remember the name. I'm just waiting for it to bloom again so I can take another picture and then probably pop it in an app or maybe see it in the garden centers. And then I like them so much. They did so well for me. Every last one of them produced really, really great blooms that I put in vases, and, you know, I showed off to my family and friends that I actually expanded the bed for the ones that I bought last week. And really doing really great, guys. I'm so impressed with these Walmart roses. $9.97, the Expert Gardening brand, and I have like 5 more that I bought that are gonna go in here. Then we have on this side towards one of my neighbors, we have a evergreen azalea. This is Moonlight Azalea, and this is autumn. This is Autumn Moonlight, and this is Autumn Lily. And I have some more space here that if I wanted to put more roses here, I could. More space here. Then I have some butterfly bush. This is the royal red butterfly bush. More space here. The butterfly bush actually don't go completely dormant in the winter, so I have 3 of those. And there they are, 1, 2, and the one I showed you earlier. In the back of that, we have some sticks, and what they really are crepe myrtles. This is the Delta series crepe myrtles. They're very brown, like you can't see the sticks that much, but that's what they are. And I have 5 of those. Another one right there. And these are the ones that grow 8 to 12 feet. Right here, this is the brand. And I have some more space for some what plant do I have space this for? Oh yes, some Rosa Sharon that I bought from Proven Winners. So that's this side. Then up here, I have some evergreens. These are pretty recent, but I was on the mission to create some more evergreens greenery in the yard, and they're looking good. They're looking really good to me, guys. They're looking really good to me. Between my agave, well, the agave, he got hit really bad with all these freezes that we had, so he's looking kind of rough right there. That's the American agave. But the other guys, they're looking good, guys, and it's something to look at. We've got the arborvitae, we've got the dwarf Buford holly, we've got the semi-dwarf purple loropetalum, and I actually have some Leyland cypress in the pots. I am not taking those guys out of those pots. I would prefer to give them away than to put them in the pot because one, I don't have the space, and two, Leyland cypress, you know, they grow so fast and their roots are not very deep, and you know, in these Georgia winters and these Georgia windstorms and these Georgia tornado warnings, these things might topple over. So I love that area, guys. Something to look at. This back bed here, mostly my perennials, but as you can see, something to look at. We've got the sunshine ligustrum right there. We've got the Adams needle color guard yucca here. Love that. We've got my lamb's ears. The rest of this garden is, you know, perennials that have gone to sleep. Mostly my coneflowers. Then we've got some hibiscus back here. Again, these are all going to be pruned probably the last week in February, and then I will fertilize the yard on the 1st of March. Mostly perennials that have gone to sleep. My Gora gone to sleep. My Elaeagnus right here. These are my mums, guys. Every time I buy mums and I put them in a container, when that container is done, I bring the mums and I put them in the ground, guys. And they've been coming back 3 years in a row. They have come back, and they always have that greenery at the bottom right there. Come pruning time, I'll just prune this brown stuff off, and we're back to business. My mums actually bloom in the spring and the fall, guys. No joke. Spring and fall. We've got my yarrow. Don't remember the type of yarrow this is, but you know, it's yarrow nonetheless, and I love yarrow because it doesn't go completely to sleep. This will flush back out in the spring and look really, really great. More coneflowers. You guys know I love coneflowers. That's them right there. This is the Powwow series. Over here, what I showed you first, those were a mix of the Artisan and the Sombrero series. And these here are the Powwow, the white and the cherry berry, or berry cherry. We've got some, what is this called? Cat's Meow. We've got some bare root, what is this called again? The bare root. I know what it is. I know what it is, guys, and I'm gonna try to get it. This, I'll come back to it because I know what it is. Red hot poker. That's what it is. These are bare root red hot pokers I bought last year from Walmart, and I was on this kick of I'm gonna save money. I'm not gonna buy any plants. I'm just gonna buy bare root, and I'm gonna save money, but no blooms. And I should have known better because I'm a blooms person. I need whatever I buy to bloom the very first year. And they've been there. I'm hoping they bloom this year, guys. I'm really hoping. My knockout roses, I'm really hoping those bloom. I've got some, same thing with these guys here. These are the Eryngium. I think they're also known as sea holly. I'm not sure. But the tag, when I bought them, it said Eryngium. These are purple flowering plants. These were also bought on bare root, and these also did not do any blooming in the first year. But the good thing is that they stayed this way. When they came out the ground, they came out fast and they gave me foliage, but no blooms. I'm hoping, and I'm a hopeful gardener, I'm hoping that they bloom this year. Those sticks you see back there, those are my perennial hibiscus, even more, the Bloomables brand and the more summerific, and even more sunshine ligustrums. Back here, working on a hedge. Back here, you'll see some recurve privet, trying to cover that mess back there. So I have these recurve privets that I'm working on. Then this bed here, mostly perennials. And I put in some pancake arborvitae right there. These turn that little brownie color in the winter, but come spring, they should green back out. So this is a mixture of daisies and roses and Mexican petunias and daylilies and all kinds of stuff. What I want to show you here, these green guys here, these are Proven Winners daisies. I believe these are the buttercream. And these little guys here, so reliable. One of the most reliable plants that I know is the daylily. And they can take some cold, guys. They can take some beating up, and they will come right back. But we're going to be really good in the, we're going to have really, really, really great weather this week. So I think some guys are going to start poking out. But the ones that have poked out, I think that they can take the cold. This other bed here, up here, guys, this is one of the new beds I've done in the last 6 to 8 months, is some more daisies in the front there, and then behind here we have some azaleas, some autumn encore azaleas. So we have the autumn lily, we have the autumn royalty, and we have the autumn carnation. So those are looking good. Those are looking real good. I might move them actually, because I have big plans for something else there, but I don't know yet. Okay, this bed here, guys, in the middle is a Korean boxwood, and surrounded that is coneflowers, and salvias and rudbeckias. In this bed down here, same thing. Middle of the bed is a Korean boxwood, which I love because it's faster growing than the Japanese boxwood. And surrounded that, same thing, daisies, salvias, and other stuff. Guys, I found some space. I moved the edible garden a little further up, guys. And that gave me space for this. Look, guys, this is like 10 by 7. And not only did I find the space, guys, I've already put stuff in there. I've already put some verbenas in here. These are my lollipop verbenas. I've already put a rose in here, and I've already put, remember I mentioned the hydrangea that was in that wet spot? That was the Invincible. I'm sorry. It was the Invincible hydrangea. Those are what are there. And look, guys, space for those seeds that I bought. Remember I kept telling you I don't have space. I found a space, guys. So I'm really happy about that. This is the other side of my yard between me and my other neighbor. And here is where I really need to focus on this year, which is creating a screen. I don't like coming out and looking at my neighbor's yard. And, well, I won't show you his yard, but I don't like looking at it. And I'm creating a hedge. And the hedge is of this guy here, the recurve privet, like I mentioned. These are one of the fastest growing plants that I know. And I bought a bunch of them. These were on sale. At first, I bought them the full price, $19, because I really needed them. But then Lowe's put them on sale for half off, and then I went back and got some more. So I have a bunch of them, and I'm really depending on them to give me growth. Apparently, based on my reading and based on what I've seen some other folks say on YouTube, these can actually grow 2 feet tall in one season. That would be great, because now they're like 2.5. I could get to 4, maybe 5 this season. Next year, maybe 7 or 8, and then I'll be Gucci. In front of those, we have some, my nemesis in the garden, the gardenias. First, they make me think that I'm doing well, and then they start acting up. This is, I believe, Jubilation gardenia. Let's see. Yes, Jubilation gardenia. Bought a bunch of those. Why? Because they were on sale. And I'm not going to give up on the gardenias. The rest of this is pretty much like between me and like I said, the other neighbor, where I have shade. And here we'll have camellias, and we'll have, what else is here? We have the Akuba. We've got the Fatsia that's not doing well, but I'm hoping it's going to come back this year. So that's the shade garden, which is under an oak tree between me and my neighbor. Here is a garden bed that I've been wishy-washy with. First, I put some hostas and heucheras and astilbes in here, and then my first year I did that, and then I realized this gets a little bit too much sun, you know, and I took those out. And then last year it was an annual bed, and now I'm gonna just make it a perennial bed so that I don't have to keep buying stuff to put it. It's a huge bed, guys, a huge bed. Okay, so guys, look, I had that arbor over here, right, because I didn't want anything in the way. So I had put it here because I like the entrance of those paving stones. But then I realized, guys, I knew this. It's not like I realized it. I knew this. You can look right here and you can see. It doesn't get a lot of sun. There's some green stuff growing here. It stays kind of wet. Even come the summer, it's not going to get as much sun as I need it to get. So I moved it up a little further. So when you come from the side yard, so here's the side yard, right? Which I'm going to come down a little further and show you. That's the side yard towards the front. When you come through that gate, you're coming in and you're hitting the paving stones, and then you're in my backyard. I just moved it up a little further, guys. I think it looks good there. What do you think? And it will get more sun in the summer. Now we're in winter, so the house is kind of covering it and, you know, the way the sun is. But come winter, this will get full sun. And I already have the plants. I already made up my mind. I'm going to put wisteria here. I'm going to put the Amethyst Falls wisteria in here. They do grow fast, but because they're going to be in a container, they're going to get stunted a little bit, I'm hoping. So I already have the pots. I already put the where I want it to go. I'm just waiting for the weather to get to where it needs to be so I can start planting. And I can only picture, like when you first come into the backyard, it's going to be trellised over right there, guys. I'm really excited about that. My fruit trees are doing fine, as are my Japanese maples. I have 3 Japanese maples. I've got a Bing cherry tree, and I've got a patio peach. So those are doing great, guys. So let me show you. Let me just pan around so you can see the yard. That's the edible garden right there. And this is what I just showed you guys. As you can see, there's color. You see red, you see blue, green, yellow, and that's my goal with this yard. Not having, nothing to look at. It's just not the type of garden that I want. I want to be able to come out every single day. I'm in Georgia. I'm in 8A. I can garden year round. Unless it's storming, or unless we have a tornado warning, unless it's like pouring rain, I'm out here. The ground never really truly freezes. Yes, we might get some ice in the first inch or two, but then once you dig that shovel in there, it's loose. It's loose. So let's go in the side yard, okay? So I'm leaving the backyard and I'm walking towards the side. Got a bunch of containers that I have to work on this year. And we're gonna come through this gate. And through this gate is my side yard. My side yard is really, really interesting, guys. It's a mix of part sun, shade, and full sun. So starting out, I have a bunch of encore azaleas. These are the ones that bloom 3 times a year, and they truly do. I can vouch for that. And mostly, I want the side yard to be mostly evergreen because I don't come here as often as I should, and I only come here for maintenance. So I don't want to be, and I don't see it every day. So I want to make sure it's as little maintenance as possible. So what I did was I put azaleas around boxwoods. So for every little bed you see, so here's a Korean boxwood, and here's 3 starburst encore azaleas. Again, a Korean boxwood, 3 azaleas, and they stay green. This is what it looks like all year round, guys. A boxwood, two autumn lily azaleas and a royalty, which will have to move because royalty gets huge, and royalty apparently is one of the fast growing ones, so I have to move that sooner or later. Not right now, no time soon. Between me and my neighbor, which I love my neighbor, is Sunshine ligustrum, guys. Now, for me, Sunshine ligustrum is supposed to be an evergreen, and it is, because as you can see, there's still stuff on the plant, but like deep into the winter, it does do some shedding, and it's never completely it's never completely leafless. Like it will have leaves while it's shedding. So that's what that is. I can't wait for it to get to the 6-7 feet, because that would be perfect. Okay, so I have a bunch of those. You guys, I love sunshine ligustrums. So this is mostly the side yard. And then further down is, again, the side of the yard, but mostly towards the front, which is a huge shade garden, guys. When I bought this house, this was looking awful. And I dug stuff up, I cut stuff out, I threw away stuff, and now this is what the shade garden looks like, guys. I am really happy, and I'm constantly finding space to put. Look at that, guys. New garden bed. New garden bed. Space, guys. Look. Space for new plants. So yeah, so this is, again, more Korean boxwood. And in these beds, they might not look like anything, but they're actually hostas in here. So this bed is mostly hostas, autumn ferns, heucheras, and what else? That's pretty much it. So I really, really want this year to find more shade plants. It's been tough finding shade. I'm actually waiting to find some pulmonaria. I love that spot on or that raspberry one that I see online, but it's not time for them yet. So that's all you're seeing really, really now is mostly heucheras. And we have those grasses right here. That's pretty much all my shade garden has. So again, something to look at in the winter. Look at that, guys. Look at that beautiful autumn fern just showing off. Something to look at in the garden. Let me go to the front so you can see what it looks like. Again, doesn't look like much, but this is mostly hostas, and I want to improve that. So you see where they're all at sleep. And if I had put more greenery in here to look even better. But I'm really happy with this one here, because you see the contrast between the purple heuchera and the green autumn fern. Yeah, guys, this is the shade garden. Now the trees don't have any leaves, so it's getting winter sun. But come summertime and spring, when the tree leaves out, this is going to be in part shade to shade, and I cannot wait, guys. Okay, so that's the side. So let's go to the front. Alrighty. All right, so in the front, look here, guys. Shade, not shade, but clearance plants that still have not been in the ground yet. You remember I mentioned the recurve ligustrums? There they are. I've got my Sasanqua, the Yuletide, still haven't put it in the ground yet. And these were all clearance. These were all half off. And let me just show you the rest of the front. That's a little bed I created here, which will be temporary for what's in here. The only thing that's going to stay in here are these heucheras. Everybody else is going to come out once their time is up, and I have to find something to put there every year. Coming around to the front of the house, my favorite evergreen is the Florida Sunshine Elysium, guys. This is such a beauty. If you have a shade area that you need evergreen, that looks really great in the summer and even better in the fall and the winter, I would suggest the Florida Sunshine Elysium. This is a beauty, guys. It has red stems in the winter, and it's even yellower in the winter. When I first bought it, it was a greeny yellow, and it just went completely yellow. It's a beauty, guys. I cannot wait for it to get to its maturity. Beautiful. What else do I have in my front yard here? This is my foundation. Let's just say my foundation. I've got some What I did an app, and I found out that this was azaleas. When I bought the house, these were here, and I tried to get rid of it, and it is in there, guys. I think this has been in there for the last 30 years. It's not coming out. I have cut this thing down. I have dug at it. I have thrown stuff at the roots. It doesn't care. It came right back like, lady, what are you doing? It came back. So I'm not gonna fight it anymore. I'm gonna leave it alone. What else do I have here is my Goshiki osmanthus. I have 2 of those. Those are pretty slow growing, but they're really beautiful. At some point in the year, they're gonna have 5 different colors showing on the leaves. They are really pretty, guys. Again, if you're looking for a slow growing plant for your foundation, I recommend Goshiki osmanthus. More of that azalea that I bought when I got the house. These are my front urns, guys. They're still holding on. They're still holding on, and all that freeze thaw. Here they are. I bought these urns at Lowe's, I think for $50 or $48, something like that. And again, I'm working. This is a work in progress, guys. This doesn't look the best for the front, but I'm gonna tear out those claras right there and buy me some more of this Sunshine Ligustrum. Not Sunshine, I'm sorry. Florida Sunshine Elysium, guys. Look at how that looks at the end of the house. Look at that beauty right there. So I want to get some more, and I'll take the Clara out and find somewhere to put the Claras. My grasses are doing really well, but I'm going to move those. And that's one of the projects I have to really work on this year, my front foundation. I have a tree in the front yard where I have some heucheras and some pansies. It's looking kind of drab right now. We've been having bad weather, and then it gets good, then it's bad again. And I also have some hostas in here. So, guys, this is the yard. This is the yard in 2024. I'm really pleased with it. I'm not gonna, it's winter, so it's supposed to look a certain kind of way, but I am happy with the way things look. Let me know what you think, guys. Have you been, what does your garden look like? What does your garden look like in the winter? I'm actually, remember I mentioned my mailbox garden down there? That one there, I have to do some work on that too. But this is mostly my garden, guys. Let me know what you think. Please like, please share, please subscribe, and please remember to hit the notification bell to be alerted on my videos. I truly appreciate your comments, guys. I sit there and I make sure I read all of them. At least I like them, and then I will go on and comment when I get some more time. But I've made it a point to try to respond to every single comment. So I really appreciate you. Oh, look at that! I forgot to show you guys these ajugas that I've been putting here. I got a couple of ajugas from my friend Judy, guys, and from a couple of ajugas I got all this. So anyway, guys, thank you so much. I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.